Don't trade in the middle of the day. This is more for if you are an equity trader, stock trader, U.S. markets. The middle of the day is the most difficult time of day to trade. The odds are very different. The market loses a good portion of its participants in the middle of the day. Remember, the market doesn't have a life of its own. The market's life is truly derived from the collective actions of its participants. So it is really a reflection of the actions of zillions of people. Now, if this group of people, if 50% of the people disappear, then quite naturally, the very life of the market is different, because the very essence of the market's life is the collective activity of its participants. But if half the participants disappear, then the actions from the other half, the level of activity is different, which makes the life of the very market different. The hands involved have left. It's just like, okay, here's a soccer team of 11 players. Now, switch out half of them. Take half of them away. It's a different team with different odds of winning and losing. Now they have to only play with like 6 players or 5 players. So, can't say it's the same team with 11 players. So, same thing in the market. The middle of the day, half of the market disappears. Half of the participants disappear. They go to lunch. The professional institutional firms hand over the controls to junior traders. They say, listen, just maintain things until I get back. Don't major moves. If something major starts to happen, give me a call. They're not even... The people who have controls of the institutional purse strings in the middle of the day, they can't even make big bets one way or the other. They're just maintainers until the big guy gets back from his martini lunch. Listen, I know this world. I came from that world. So things are a little less reliable in the middle of the day. What looks to be real has greater odds of not being real in the middle of the day. And so here's the guideline. The first 90 minutes of trading and the last 90 minutes of trading, those are your 2 sweet spots, the bookends. The first 90 minutes, sweet spot. The last 90 minutes, sweet spot. Now, this doesn't mean don't ever take a trade in the middle of the day. Of course you can, but just be aware when you're doing it. You're saying, listen, I'm playing in a lower odds environment, and play accordingly. But please understand that your highest odds are going to be in the first 90 minutes of trading, and the second highest odds period is the last 90 minutes of trading, and the lowest odds period is everything in between.